The pros and cons of being a digital nomad. So first off, what is a digital nomad? I'm not gonna lie, I hate that term. I hate the term expats. I hate the term digital nomad because the reality a lot of times is, we're coming into a country or a place that may have, more resources, it may be cheaper. So there's a component and a understanding that we're not enforcing gentrification and that we're also not enforcing colonialism as well. So that's the first thing I want to say. So there's pros and cons. Let's start off right there. The cons, sometimes you may not always get along, with the locals, right? There's certain sensibilities or this integral things within an economic standpoint that we may not understand. Number two, right? You may not always connect to the culture or speak the language. So it's very important that you go to a place where they invite, people from other countries, right? They welcome in foreigners, but also you have some sort of understanding or way to learn. Por ejemplo, habla español un poquito, es fácil a mí para entrar a otro país con gente de español. And so when I'm hearing countries that speak Spanish, it's easier for me because I've been practicing my Spanish. Whereas if I went somewhere that spoke French, it would be more of an adjustment period. The other con, of course, maybe is missing your family, right? People don't talk about this a lot. You're gonna miss birthdays, you're gonna miss celebrations, maybe weddings, and I fly a lot, so I'm able to kind of shift and go back and forth. But there's some components that you actually may miss, and you have to be okay with that. Now, of course, let's talk about the pros. There's so many phenomenal things that you're able to learn and gain when you move to a new place. One, let's talk about the courage, the strength, the determination, the abandonment of fear that you have when you move to a new place, especially when you have to incorporate or learn a new culture and language. And then you're just picking up on so many different things, making you a better and well-rounded person. You're learning about new foods, new cultures. But one of the biggest pros that I would say is, of course, going to be the enjoyment of life. Most places outside of the Western worlds, the States, Canada, Europe, etc., they just have a flow about them, right? People are really invested into their family, into their free time, their quality time, and just they have a better life in terms of their fun and enjoyment, and that's something that we can appreciate and learn. Of course, you're going to be cooking up, new food, speaking a new language, and then also you're being in a place where you can just learn more things, right? You're becoming more intelligent. You're becoming more intelligent. You're getting smarter just by moving. You're gaining new experiences. So there's so many different pros. There's so many different pros. And in my opinion, I'm happier, right? I'm happier when I'm traveling. I'm happier when I'm in a different place. And it's not escapism, but there are components of my life where I didn't like in the States. There's some elements of my family where I don't like, right? And so as a grown man, you have the ability to choose where you want to live, choose where you want to go, and create your own path, right? You can break those generational curses and you can do things the way you want them to be done, man. So pros and cons to the digital nomad life. If you want more info on this, just shoot me a DM. Let's get it.